Meet Max, the new addition. Max is a golden retriever puppy who has recently become the newest member of our family. His arrival has brought a wave of joy and excitement into our home. Max was a ball of energy. From the moment he wakes up in the morning until he finally falls asleep at night, he is always on the move. His boundless enthusiasm is contagious, and it's impossible not to smile when you see him running around the yard, chasing after his favorite toys. He was a golden retriever puppy with a heart of gold. He loved to play, he loved to chew. Whether it's a squeaky toy, a tennis ball, or even an old shoe, Max finds endless joy in chewing on things. His playful nature is matched only by his affectionate personality. He loves to be around people, always seeking attention and affection from his new family members. Most of all, he loved his new family. Max has quickly formed a strong bond with each member of the household. He follows us around the house, always eager to be part of whatever we are doing. Whether it's cuddling on the couch, playing in the yard, or simply sitting by our feet while we work, Max's presence is a constant source of comfort and happiness. Max had joined the family just a few weeks ago. Despite the short time, it feels like he has always been a part of our lives. His curious nature has led him to explore every nook and cranny of the house. From the living room to the kitchen, Max has made himself at home, leaving his mark on every corner. Everything was new and exciting to him. The sights, sounds, and smells of his new environment filled him with wonder. Each day brought new adventures and discoveries. Whether it's the sound of the doorbell, the rustling of leaves outside, or the aroma of dinner being cooked, Max's curiosity knows no bounds. He couldn't wait to experience his first Thanksgiving with them. The holiday season is a time for family, and Max is no exception. As we prepare for Thanksgiving, Max is right there with us, eager to be part of the festivities. From helping to set the table to playing with the kids, Max's excitement is palpable. This Thanksgiving will be extra special with Max as part of our family, and we can't wait to create new memories together. Thanksgiving preparations, a feast in the making. The air was filled with a sense of anticipation and joy as the family gathered in the kitchen, each member contributing to the grand feast that was about to unfold. The clatter of pots and pans, the hum of conversation, and the occasional burst of laughter created a symphony of sounds that perfectly encapsulated the spirit of Thanksgiving. The aroma of roasting turkey filled the house, a scent so rich and inviting that it seemed to wrap everyone in a warm, comforting embrace. The turkey, the centerpiece of the meal, was slowly turning a golden brown in the oven, its skin crisping to perfection. The juices sizzled and popped, promising a succulent and flavorful main course that would be the highlight of the dinner. The kitchen was a flurry of activity. Every surface was covered with ingredients, utensils, and half-prepared dishes. The stove was occupied with simmering pots and pans, each one contributing to the medley of aromas that filled the room. The counters were a mosaic of colors and textures, from the vibrant greens of fresh vegetables to the rich browns of baking bread. It was a beautiful chaos, a testament to the collaborative effort of the family. Grandma was busy making her famous stuffing. Her hands moved with practiced ease, mixing together the perfect blend of herbs, spices, and breadcrumbs. This recipe had been passed down through generations, and each year, she added her own special touch, a secret ingredient that made it uniquely hers. As she worked, she shared stories of Thanksgivings past, her voice a soothing backdrop to the bustling kitchen. Mom was carefully arranging pies on the counter. Each pie was a work of art, with golden, flaky crusts and fillings that ranged from classic pumpkin to tangy apple and rich pecan. She took great pride in her baking, and it showed in the meticulous way she placed each pie, ensuring they were displayed to their best advantage. The pies were not just desserts, they were a symbol of her love and dedication to her family. Dad was setting the table, making sure everything was perfect. He carefully laid out the fine china, polished silverware, and crystal glasses, each piece placed with precision. The tablecloth was smooth and pristine, and the centerpiece, a beautiful arrangement of autumn leaves and candles, added a touch of elegance. He stepped back to admire his work, a satisfied smile on his face, knowing that this meal would be a memorable one. The family was excited to celebrate Thanksgiving together. There was a palpable sense of joy and togetherness in the air, a feeling that transcended the hustle and bustle of the preparations. Each member of the family, from the youngest to the oldest, played a part in creating this special day. They shared stories, jokes, and memories, their laughter echoing through the house and adding to the festive atmosphere. They were looking forward to a day filled with laughter, good food, and family traditions. Thanksgiving was more than just a meal, it was a celebration of their shared history and the bonds that held them together. They anticipated the moment when they would all sit down at the table, give thanks for their blessings, and enjoy the fruits of their labor. It was a time to reflect on the past year, to appreciate the present, and to look forward to the future. Little did they know, Max had his own plans for the day. The family dog, a mischievous golden retriever, was eyeing the delicious spread with keen interest. He had been quietly observing the preparations, waiting for the perfect moment to make his move. Whether it was sneaking a piece of turkey or causing a bit of chaos, Max was determined to be a part of the festivities in his own special way. His antics added an extra layer of fun and unpredictability to the day, reminding everyone that sometimes the best moments are the ones you least expect. Turkey trouble, Max strikes. It was a crisp autumn day, and the kitchen was filled with the mouth-watering aroma of a perfectly roasted turkey. The family had gathered for a festive holiday meal, and everyone was in high spirits. Max, the family's golden retriever puppy, watched the delicious turkey with wide, eager eyes. His nose twitched as he took in the tantalizing scent, and his little body quivered with excitement. The turkey sat on the counter, smelling heavenly. Max's tail wagged faster and faster, a blur of golden fur. He could almost taste the succulent meat, and his mouth watered in anticipation. He couldn't resist the temptation. The sight and smell of the turkey were too much for the young pup. His eyes darted around the kitchen, making sure no one was watching him too closely. In a flash, Max leaped up, aiming for the turkey. His paws barely touched the counter as he made his move, his eyes locked on his prize. The family was busy chatting and laughing, unaware of Max's daring plan. The family gasped in horror. "Max, no!" shouted Dad, his voice filled with shock and disbelief. The room fell silent as everyone turned to see the mischievous puppy in action. But it was too late. Max had already made his move, and there was no stopping him now. The kitchen erupted into chaos as the family scrambled to save their holiday feast. Max had sunk his teeth into the corner of the turkey skin. He tugged at it with all his might, determined to claim his prize. The family watched in dismay as their carefully prepared meal was quickly becoming a puppy's plaything. Laughter and shouts filled the room as they tried to pull Max away from the turkey. Despite the chaos, there was a sense of amusement in the air. After all, it was hard to stay mad at the adorable puppy, even if he was causing trouble. Finally, they managed to pry Max away from the turkey. He was carried out of the kitchen, still wagging his tail and looking quite pleased with himself. The turkey, though slightly damaged, was saved. The family gathered around the turkey, laughing and talking as they fixed it up. Max watched from the doorway, his eyes still on the prize. He had made his mark on the holiday, and the family would always remember the day Max struck. As they finally sat down to enjoy their meal, Max lay down nearby, content and happy. The family smiled at him, grateful for the laughter and joy he brought into their lives. Max had struck, and in doing so, he had made the holiday even more memorable. Gravy boats and flying food. The chaos continues. The turkey tumbled down. Gravy splashed everywhere. Mashed potatoes flew through the air. Max, covered in food, wagged his tail, oblivious to the chaos he had created. The family stared in disbelief. The once perfect Thanksgiving feast was now a disaster zone. Max had turned their Thanksgiving upside down. Section 5. Laughter and frustration, a family divided. Grandma threw her hands up in the air. "That naughty puppy!" she exclaimed. Dad sighed, shaking his head. Mom, however, couldn't help but laugh. "Well," Mom chuckled, "this is certainly a Thanksgiving we'll never forget." The family looked at each other, a mixture of frustration and amusement on their faces. Section 6. A moment of peace. Puppy love prevails. Max, sensing the shift in mood, lowered his head. He whimpered softly, realizing he had done something wrong. He licked Mom's hand, seeking forgiveness. Mom knelt down and patted Max's head. "It's okay, Max," she said softly. "We still love you, even if you are a little mischievous." Section 7. Cleaning up, a team effort. The family sprang into action. They worked together, cleaning up the mess, their earlier frustration fading away. Laughter filled the kitchen once more. Max, eager to help, picked up a stray carrot in his mouth. He wagged his tail, happy to be included in the family activity. Section 8. Gratitude and full bellies. Thanksgiving concludes. Despite the chaos, the family enjoyed a wonderful Thanksgiving meal. They shared stories, laughed, and gave thanks for their blessings, including their mischievous but lovable puppy, Max, his belly full of turkey scraps curled up at their feet, content and sleepy. Section 9. Max's first Thanksgiving, a memory made. As the day drew to a close, the family knew they would never forget Max's first Thanksgiving. It was a day filled with chaos, laughter, and a whole lot of love. Max, their little troublemaker, had brought them closer than ever, and that, they realized, was something to be truly thankful for.